8 signs he is not the one for you. When you're into someone, you neglect their little flaws and imperfections, which is perfectly normal. However, there are some things which need to be kept in mind if you want to find the guy who will want you for an eternity or someone who will complete you. We all have different personality traits and quirks. The evolution of the human genome has provided us with countless possibilities. There are different kinds of guys out there, and they have little idiosyncrasies that set them apart from each other. However, if they show these particular signs, then there is little possibility of us forever. 1. Your past always seems to haunt him. We all have a past. There might be something in our past that might be perturbing to your partner. Forgiveness is not a grocery item nowadays. Not everyone is willing to give it to you. Even if you have forgiven yourself, your partner keeps reminding you about it whenever you're in a fight. Sometimes, it becomes his only argument and it has nothing to do with the situation in hand. This can be quite damaging to your self-esteem, and you need to make sure that you get out of such a relationship as soon as possible. 2. He doesn't care about your emotions. We all get teary-eyed sometimes, and we have to let it out. Instead of providing us with the necessary support and trying to appease us, some guys get angry and call us drama queens. A person who can't understand someone else's fragile insecurities doesn't deserve a partner. One of the purposes of a relationship is to carry each other's brokenness. Do you really think you will find someone who doesn't get all emotional at times? 3. Vulgarity. He respects you in public, but when you're alone, he's really vulgar. It's total mental torture. You've told him that you do not like his tone, but he gets furious when you try to convey your concerns. Relationships are based on mutual respect, and if there is a dearth of it, there's no point in prolonging it into a bond which will only make your life a living hell day in and day out. 4. The constant judging. There is a big difference between positive criticism and judgments. Everyone is allowed to have their own opinions, and no one has the right to judge. If you do not agree with someone's words or suggestions, there's a way to handle such a situation. However, if you constantly judge someone and make them feel bad about every word that comes out of their mouth, then you need to reconsider your behavior towards them. 5. It's all about priorities. In the beginning of any relationship, people just tend to find time for people, and after some time, when people get bored, they just start to make excuses. I'm in Africa for the children. When you really love someone, then you eventually squeeze in some time in your schedule for them. However, if you always find time for your friends and other people and have none for your partner, then this neglect will ultimately hurt them. If someone is not making you their priority and is more obsessed about his financial goals and all the other things in the world, he's not your Prince Charming. 6. The constant lying. He always lies about everything, like the places he has been to, and he never remembers anything you say. He just laughs it off whenever you're concerned about his activities. Sometimes, he even pours the blame on you for being too clingy or suspicious. He gets all protective on simple questions. You always get the idea that he's hiding something from you. 7. He doesn't want a future. A person who is head over heels in love with you will not hesitate to talk about the future with you. He will not be reluctant to envision dreams which will include you. On the other hand, a guy who has no interest or is always doubtful about his decisions. He is always hot and cold in serious discussion like these, then you need to rethink about whether you want to waste more time with someone like that. You're just trying to prolong a relationship which is destined to end one day. 8. The sex. Whenever he is feeling horny or turned on, he will just transition into a very happy mood, and when his corporal desires have been sated, he instantly becomes the same old bland person he is most of the time. He just uses you for sex, and because of the fact that you really love him, you permit him. This is a grave mistake on your end, and you need to let go of such a person immediately who only wants your body and not your soul.